Well, I'm very unprepared, so I don't think I'm quite as prepared as I thought I was going to be, but here we are. I have no idea what I'm doing at the moment, and I shall expect that to be continuing for the rest of the live, but if you can just let me know that you can hear me, that would be amazing. Thank you. Well, I have no idea why there's an echo. I'm sure I'll probably sort that out. And here we are. Like I say, I have no idea what I'm doing tonight. I suddenly decided, well, I'm going to do my gaming live tomorrow. I'm going to go live tonight and just practice how everything works. So if it all goes wrong, that's why. And that's why I called it, what's the worst that could happen? Well, I'm CC, formerly Crime and Crochet, and this is the rebrand of my channel, which is obviously called CC Plays. And yeah, it's sort of a gaming channel and commentary still, because that's kind of what I like doing. But here we are. Want to react to this video because Dabrowski put it out this morning, and it kind of mentions somebody who was in our community for a small while, who I'm a little bit dubious of now. Not because of anything that they particularly said or done to me or us or Becky or anybody in particular, but it certainly raises some questions, to be honest. So I'm going to try and play this and hope that Dabrowski doesn't strike me. So let's get into it.
It looks super young, but it's actually a 2,000-year-old demon. It's a drawing of someone that appears to be young, and you are baiting to that. I don't give a if it's legal. I think you are a disgusting creep mother. CD, what about a younger brother? What about women? Here's the facts, dude. You got weirdos in your community.
Get me out of here.
You don't want to war with me. I'm going to use just facts and logic against you and your entire community. It makes me think also, not is he just okay with it because it's legal. I think he's desensitized to it. Because when I saw the screenshot...
Okay, so I've got an echo. Right, let me work that out. I can't quite remember what it is I need to do to stop that, but if I turn this on to just monitor.
Jordy, you were repulsed. When I saw those screenshots, I was repulsed. I showed them to Desi. She was repulsed. I was not ready to defend anybody. I was ready to put somebody not only out of my community, under the ground.
I'm Keemstar. You're...
Do we still have an echo? Somebody could let me know in the chat. Just want to double check whether I've done that right now. It's fixed. Cool. I know what it is I'd done wrong now, and I can tell you what it was that I'd done wrong. So, let's continue.
Jay Huff, all right? I get views. I've been getting views for 15 years in any project I've ever done. I don't need you for views, Jay. That's wild, bro.
Hey guys, Dabrowski here, coming in again with another video. Well, but if it isn't Daniel, I am still friends with a PD.
I'm going to obviously have to stop this every so often so I get past the fair use, but I hope Dabrowski won't mind. Please don't strike me, Dabrowski. Dabrowski's been covering the LCU for quite some time now, so it's always been very interesting to watch, especially when I was orbiting the LCU and going in their Discord and seeing the absolute shit show that was going on in there and realising that it wasn't just me that was finding their behaviour questionable. So, yeah. If you haven't checked Dabrowski's channel out, I will put it in the description when I finish this video. Please check him out.
Kim, and Boogie, I wish you would stop being 15 Williams. It seems that the PDF drama will not stop anytime soon at the lolcow Lameoverse, and even though I decided to walk away from the commentary community to avoid stories such as this, I am forced once again to cover this type of shit because it seems that Keemstar just can't help himself but to be surrounded of creeps and weirdos. So we already had the most recent PDF scandal with this CD-ROM guy who managed to destroy his career, and career is a strong term to use here, but
I don't know how they can sit in their Discord and think that they're the best thing since sliced bread when they've literally got all these questionable people who have been in their community, have been found out for some very dubious things, and are allowed to continue to be in the community. It just doesn't really make any sense to me. But, you know, this is Keemstar. He's all about the content.
he managed to destroy that in a matter of days because he got outed for defending and befriending an alleged Discord PDF. And of course, if we are talking about alleged PDFs, I have to mention probably the biggest of them all in that community, no pun intended, and that would be a Fist behind the camera who we all...
Fist behind the camera. He gets really upset when people call him that, but that's literally what he is. Just when you thought that the whole fact that he met Bridget when she was underage and was obviously intimate with her when she was underage was going to go away, we had all the leak that came out about the 911 call and the alleged DV. I know it's been wiped out of your, or expunged from your record now, mate, but we heard the 911 call.
Really talked about extensively here on the channel because that guy is a creep that admitted to doing something pretty illegal with a minor, and Keemstar, just as CD-ROM did, tried to do some damage control for that fatty for months, and he's also friends with him to this very day. Well, now another PDF scandal just blew up, and even though this was outside of the LCU, Keemstar and Boogie decided to insert themselves into said drama only to look like complete clowns because they spent several hours moral grandstanding on the person that is the center of this drama when we all know that they should just shut the fuck up about it.
Yep, they should. Because not one of those people on the screen right now has a clean slate. Okay? I'm not saying any of them are PDF files. I'm not saying that. But each one of those men on that screen have been caught up in something. Right? You know, there's the evil gnome who mentioned having seen a high school girl and finding her hot. There's comments that Wings has made. There's comments that Boogie has made. And they've all got these very young girls that are at least 20 years their junior. You know?
Because they are still friends with an alleged PDF. And I warn you, I am going to repeat this point throughout the video because it is very important that these guys understand that they are in no position to moral grandstand on anyone when they are literally PDF defenders themselves. Well, this situation started, like I said, a couple of days ago with Keemstar vaguely talking about this.
I got a story on KB or JBK. All right, yeah. Jay Hoof. You guys all know Jay Hoof. He used to be the host of Tech.
I just love it. It's 3 letters and he can't even say that right. JBK, JKD. What is it?
Talk here with RTU in the LCU.
Super chatted.
RUT, UTR.
A man reached out to me today.
A man, right? Okay, that shows how much you know, dude.
On Discord, and said that in Jay Hoof's Discord, in his personal Discord, the admin that runs his Discord is into Lolly, and he sent me all this proof and everything.
Okay. Do we know where this is going? Yeah?
And he wanted me to cover it, and I'm like, bro, send that to RTU or someone else. I'm like fucking...
That's so gross. I hate that shit.
So apparently the guy running JBK's Discord,
the guy is not a guy. Spoiler alert.
Is a creep.
Sorry, but I gotta point out how hilarious it is to see Keemstar's gear speeding at full speed to try and power up that peanut-sized brain of his. So yeah, like the known said, this Jay Hoof guy was a host in the LOLcow universe way back then when RTU was a part of it as well, and we're talking way back then. And well, apparently he got accused of having this creep sharing illegal corn or some shit like.
Yeah. Now, what was brought out is very bad, and I just have questions about why the person that brought this to the gnome's attention didn't bring it to ours. You know? It's like
that on his Discord server. Anyway, on a later stream, Keemstar will talk about that Jay story once again, this time going over some lousy response that guy made.
I announced that someone reached out to me telling me that JBK had creeps in their Discord.
JBK, fuck's sake.
Discord. When I mentioned that, and I don't know if it's true or not, I just said that someone reached out to me saying this, which is true. Someone did do this. They reached out to me saying this. JBK put on Twitter, I can assure you none of my Discord admins are into anything illegal, Keemstar. Great job. Unless he knows something I don't. Let's see the proof rather than you trying to rage bait me. He didn't reach out to me before saying this vague statement without elaborating on the LOLcow show today. He can't even name the admin. Lame shit, dude.
Damn, bro, I gotta give it to this Lexic star here. He did a magnificent job reading all of that. It's really amazing what he can do when he's not drowning in alcohol. It's almost as if it was the alcohol that was making him dyslexic. Anyways.
No, he's dyslexic when he's perfectly sober. To be perfectly honest. The alcohol just makes it worse. I just don't understand how this guy has got to be where he is in life when he can't even read. And I'm not being nasty about people who've got dyslexia, but this man calls people the R word, which I'm not going to say because he throws it around like he's saying hello. But he can't read. And he just doesn't see the irony in that.
So he would then respond to Jay's tweet.
Well, I'm not going to name anyone because I barely know. I barely know what's going on. It's not my allegation. It's the other person. All right. And the reason why I brought it up is because they mentioned it to me prior to the show.
I didn't really want to look into it or do a deep dive at all, right? I suggested that person go to RTU or someone else, right?
Yeah. And that's where I have concerns, is that this person went to the gnome about it. Why go to the gnome about it? Why didn't you bring it up in the community that you've just been in? You know, you were in that community. Yeah? Like,
But then I mentioned it, that this thing happened, that someone reached out to me with this claim because it related to what we were talking about. Because it related to what we were talking about with CD-ROM, where, you know, people have creeps in their goddamn, in their communities.
It's kind of funny how this dude is always hyping up his paid Discord server to make it look like it's the safest server on the internet, and at this
safest server on the internet. It's a joke. It really is a joke. I was in there for about 6 months, 5-6 months, and it's the most toxic place on earth. I've never seen an online community like it, that you actually have to pay to be a part of.
point, we had nudes being leaked, members being harassed and bullied, people sending pictures of their own shit, people sending feed pictures, people getting doxxed, and well, not to mention having an alleged PDF and a PDF defender there.
Yeah, they've got a lot of those. And I'm sure there's probably a lot more of them in there. And I'm not saying that flippantly, but when you join a community that's got all these people in it, and they all start coming out the woodwork, you know there's going to be more of them.
Safest place on the internet, and it's only $10 a month.
Now, Jay reaches out to me, and I send him screenshots of what the other person sent me, which included the child cartoon stuff that they found, right? That this person in their Discord was posting. And then Jay responds, all right? And by the way, Robo Taco is the person that reached out to me.
Robo Taco, as we know, is a female, you moron. Do you not even have a conversation with somebody who's giving you this groundbreaking information that is so important that you've got to do a live about it? You've not even actually spoken to this person to check that they're not a troll and they're not just sending you a load of rubbish. Okay?
And apparently now Jay says, update for my community. The person she is saying did illegal things is now telling me that they're contacting a lawyer looking into suing Robo Taco. Hope he does.
Why would you be hoping that they'd be sued for taking information to you that is, drama community? It's content for you.
So now apparently the person that reached out to me is getting sued by the person being accused. It's all over the place. Denying the allegations. Okay.
I'm glad that we're looking into this shit because I hope we keep putting these motherfuckers on blast.
Yeah. The irony of this guy talking about putting people on blast when all the stuff that he's said and done in the past and continues to do. And as Slabowski will say in a few minutes, he continues to actually say in this video, I just don't know how Boogie can ever try and moral grandstand on anything.
All right.
It's hilarious listening to that coming from Boogie's lying mouth. What should we do with you then? Put you on blast for saying crazy shit like this?
Place, and there's all these girls coming in their Halloween outfits. And girls, I love your Halloween outfits. I mean, I am not gonna lie to you. I like, if you want to wear a skirt that's like a 1/4 inch from your ass crack, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yep, he's a creep. Totally.
That's a good decision. You're making good decisions. Two suggestions though. The first, could you stop being, 15? Because
Can you stop being 15? Can you stop being 15? Can you stop looking at a 15-year-old girl that way? Please? She's a child.
You're making me feel like a and
Wait, what's that I hear? Is that the distance?
I don't know why it's gone black. It's black on my screen as well, so hopefully it'll come back in it. There must have been a gap in the video.
And sound of a crying whale? Oh, but that was
There
like
it is.
1,000 years ago. Why are you using old clips? That was so long ago. Okay.
It's not that long ago, though. You know, it may be 10, 15 years ago, but you're on the internet, sir. This stuff stays around forever. And you were already a grown-ass adult when that came out, okay?
You retard. You want something more recent? How about a couple of months old?
Can we get some wingmen in here to help him? Somebody. How is it I'm getting laid? Rasta's getting laid. Billy's getting laid. CD can't. CD, what about a younger girl? Have you thought about grooming?
Yeah. That was just a few weeks, maybe a couple of months ago. That's this year, guys. That's what he said this year.
No, like I'm young. Jesus, Boogie. Start with a younger Christian girl groomer.
What, is that still too old? Well, how about a couple of weeks old then?
Brantley, get in here. She
You're gonna
knows
have
the
to
words.
cancel me for saying what I'm about to say. Okay, I see a Grok AI bot, whatever the fuck. It says, ironic, Boogie admits to talking to Desi when she was 17. No, we started talking when she was 19. That was a mistake that Keemstar made, but she was 19 when we started talking, 20 by the time we started dating. But I'm going to say something severely controversial. I wish I'd started talking to her when she was 18.
Yeah, he wishes, because that would have made her even younger than she was. Rescue the kid, anybody? Like, oh my God, I just can't understand how her parents, I think I don't know if it's just her mom or her dad as well, how they can be okay with her dating or engaged to be married to a guy that is older than them. He's already said he's older than Desi's mother. I have kids, and if one of my kids came home with somebody who is actually older than me, I'd be showing them the door. Not my kid. The PDF.
I wish I'd started talking to her when she was 17.
That's your hero? Well, at least he went from 15 to 17. I guess that's progress. Anyway, after that, the PDF Hunter Squad would go over Jay's video response.
Just answering Shauna here, yeah, it's 18 is legal, it's 16 in the UK. That's by the by, we're talking on US, but it's 18 and he wishes she was 17 when they met. And he means that. That's not just a slip of the tongue.
He made a whole response, and he says this on his stream last night, which kind of blew me. I watched some of this, and I was like, mind by this. This is JBK's response to all this.
Taka was saying that this person needs to be removed because they're breaking the law. Fuka and I look into the situation behind the scenes and realize that while this person has been looking at legal types of content, the Japanese of nature, legal.
There's lots of shit that's legal, but it's so borderline not legal. You should just not allow anything like that in a public server.
Not illegal, legal. Some people might look at that and be like, that's f***ed up stuff, but none of it is illegal. None of anything she showed us was officially illegal.
Okay.
Trust me, if it was
Oh,
illegal,
I got so much to say.
Okay, so it's like, okay, Jay,
But it's still crossing a line. You know, I'm saying this as a sort of pixelated image on the screen. There's lots of things on the internet involving animated characters that pass over into the realms of not being okay. Just because they're legal doesn't make it okay.
We are going to strongly disagree with you on this one, Jay. Strongly disagree with you. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I have to agree with the Justice League right here. I think if you're watching that type of shit, there is something severely wrong with you, dude. What's wrong with, I don't know, Lana Rhoades, Riley Reid, and all of that? It don't matter if it's legal. It's sick as fuck, dude. But anyway.
It is. It's sick. There's, okay, that it's not involving an actual real life child, but it's looks like it could be a child. I mean, all these anime characters are all in high school uniform.
Anyway, let's listen to the biggest pound-by-pound hypocrite of all time, Stephen Boogie Williams.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't give a f if it's legal. Okay. All this
Really
lowly
and
shit.
friends super chatted.
I don't give a f if lowly's legal.
Doesn't give a fuck if Lolly's legal. Right. That should tell you all you need to know about that guy, honestly.
I've heard that argument a million times. It looks super young, but it's actually a 2,000-year-old demon. It's a drawing of someone that appears to be young, and you are masturbating to that. I don't give a f if it's legal. I think you are a disgusting creep motherfucker.
But you wished you'd met Desi when she was 17. Okay, carry on, Boogie. Yuck.
And if you tell me that there's somebody in our community drawing that shit, jerking off to that shit, I want them out of my community. And JKB, I don't understand how the f you don't.
Well.
Yeah, but you've got people in your community who've actually actively been involved in acts with underage girls, but you're okay with that. So how can you be okay with that where it is an actual minor when you're now pretending to be disgusted that an animated version is not okay? Right? Does it make any sense? I can't see any sense in that.
Well, isn't that rich coming from this fat lying bastard? First of all, I feel obligated to mention that this dude's girlfriend looks like she's still getting bullied at the cafeteria every fucking day. And I don't even want to imagine how old she looked when they just started dating, dude. So it's hilarious that he mentions that. Second, he calling anyone a disgusting creep motherfucker has to be the most ridiculous thing of all time. That would be like if Adolf would call other people racist, dude. And finally, did I hear this guy say that he doesn't want someone like this in his community? Well, how about someone that admitted to having f***ed a 15-year-old? You didn't seem very bothered about that. In fact, here's Boogie's reaction to first hearing about the 15-year-old girl lover getting fired.
So
Exactly. They were all okay with it. And they all jumped on Becky for having brought it up. And Becky was the Antichrist for having brought this up. Like, okay? If you remember watching that live on LCQ, that it was a super chat that actually brought it up. And Becky read a super chat about Mike having been with Bridget when she was a literal child.
let's have at it.
Made a fucking sign.
They all made signs at the time. Free Mike, and everyone was sat there with their mouths covered in duct tape and refusing to speak until Mike was brought back. And do you remember that guy in the top right hand corner, the evil gnome star, said that he wanted to fire him, but everybody decided that he wanted him to be allowed to come back. But he was never going to be on screen again. He was going to just work behind the scenes. What happened to that fucko?
Is the green supposed to be like the field that the Bills don't get to play on anymore? Is that what it's supposed to be?
Off wings.
Bridget admits in her video, I'm the one who trapped Mike. I'm the one who lied to Mike. I found a man I was into. I found a man I was interested in. I lied to him. I manipulated him. And you know what? She says she doesn't regret it because he's given her 17 wonderful years, an amazing fucking life, and 2 beautiful kids. So where's the female victim in this? Bridget, she says she's not the victim. She says she's the victimizer. Doesn't that make...
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. And you're here trying to justify the fact that a 21-year-old man was having a intimate relationship with a fucking child. It doesn't matter how it worked out. It doesn't matter that she lied to him. It is still a fucking crime, dude.
Mike the fucking victim? We're kicking the victim from their own fucking show.
That fat sack of shit is not a victim by anyone's stretching imagination. Seriously, how can he just call Mike a victim? Does it, that just, oh.
No! Make that make sense!
Absolutely hilarious, ridiculous, laughable, moronic, and whatever other adjective to mock this dude you can think of. And just for good measure, here's kid behind the camera, admitting to having done exactly what Boogie claims he saw against
2000.
Yeah. And this video, I don't know if it still is, but it was still up on his channel. All up until the time that this was out. And something that nobody seemed to be talking about at the time when it was all kicking off over there about this was that he'd actually raised it himself and got people's eyes back on it. Because the video that he'd put out on the K-Back account day before the shit hit the fan over it, he actually made reference to it. You know, oh, but she lied to me. So he brought it back into the public domain himself. Dickhead.
8 on MySpace. So we met on MySpace. I saw her picture. I started talking to her. And for good reason, I'm a serial rapist. But
And then he pulled out his penis.
that was the next date.
No, you pulled out your penis in the theater.
Okay, she's lying. But I did pull my penis out in the H.H. Gregg parking lot.
He did.
Yeah, there he is, literally admitting to crimes on YouTube. They're obviously talking about this after the event, so I would guess she was actually an adult at this point. But he's there saying, yeah, I essayed a child in a parking lot. Wow.
Black Friday. We came back to my place.
Oh my God! Don't tell them.
I'm not gonna say it.
Don't tell them.
That's personal. I'm not gonna go there. She's easy. Second date.
No.
Second date, and it's so funny because he's talking about a fucking child.
Second date.
All right, yeah.
Second date. Week later. She gave me a
Man, I did.
and she swallowed.
When she was a child, she did that when she was a child, okay? And you're again admitting this on the internet, and it's still there on the internet forever, that your children are going to see. Right, okay.
You know you are f***ed when even ChatGPT is calling you a pred. Anyway, here's a random chatter cooking the hell out of Boogie for being the humongous hypocrite that he is.
Chad
25?
super chatted $20. Boogie, Daisy is the IRL equivalent of Loli.
I wouldn't say thanks.
You know, maybe
Well, I'm not going to say, but...
I love it when some of the retards that watch Local Cow Live have these moments of enlightenment and they do what this show was supposed to be about, which is roasting Boogie and Wings. But anyway, going back to the chase stuff.
maybe here's the problem with this argument. We're gonna go in circles whether or not the cartoon is of age or not, because you could just say it's an invention by another human. They could say, oh well, that person's actually fucking 25 when.
Not the point, Star.
And you look at it and you're like, no, that looks like a fucking preteen, And it's like that argument's going to go nowhere. Here's the facts, dude. You got weirdos in your community.
Kid behind the camera here.
It's like, come on.
Yeah, good cut that.
On, dog. Like, Jay, you seen the stuff. Maybe Jay's into the stuff. I don't fucking know. Maybe he sees nothing wrong with it. But to the outside world, yeah, that's weird, dude. Get rid of that dude.
how do I like? You've still got an actual physical person in your community up until last week. Whether he's actually sacked or not is a different matter. But you've got somebody who's actually been involved in physical stuff like that. And you're all there with your practically jailbait girlfriends. Get off your soapbox, you assholes.
If you're okay with that dude being one of your what mins or mods or whatever if you're okay with that, then you are signing off on it. Same situation as the last one we had. If you're signing off, being a friend, hanging out with that person, talking to that person every day,
Get behind the camera here.
you are endorsing that behavior, and that leads me to think, Jay, that you look at that shit too.
Oh boy, I'm having a field trip with these clips, guys.
I'm lost for words.
When Keemstar sends his hitmen to take me down, someone better save all of these videos because all this right here just proves that these nerds at Local Cow Live are double-faced dickheads that we call out shit like this while at the same time
Double-faced dickheads, I don't know. It's just the way that he says it with his accent. It just makes me laugh.
endorsing it for years. And I mean, don't get me wrong, they are doing the right thing by calling Jay out for this shit, but it just doesn't have the same impact when it's coming from someone that is actively working with and being friends with a guy that did the same thing or worse, dude. Anyway, Keemstar and the PDF Hunting League would keep covering this story because, I don't know, I guess they wanted to deviate the attention from all of the PDFs they have in their community.
It makes me think also.
It's like they just go from one disaster to another. Something comes out, they have to sweep for it and create a distraction with something else until something even worse comes out. So they're trying to distract from the fact that they've had a outdated media file, thanks for that, Chaffee, in their community, who has only recently just been outed for involvement in stuff that was going on with Roblox, and another creator who was getting involved with children online, because they just go from one thing to another and you think, oh my god, this is great, we can actually take the heat off us.
So not is he just okay with it because it's legal, I think he's desensitized to it. Because when I saw those screenshots, Jordy, you were repulsed. When I saw those screenshots, I was repulsed. I showed them to Desi. She was repulsed.
But that fat fuck with the fireworks going off behind him, he was an advocate for the age of consent being lowered, was he not? Am I right on that one? I think I am.
I was not ready to defend anybody. I was ready to put somebody not only out of my community under the ground. I don't know who's jerking off to that shit, but if it's you, Jay, you need help. If it's a member of your community, they need to be the f out. Whoever is looking at that stuff and deciding that's something that gets your dick hard, you need help.
Correct. But still, you have people in your community that have actually been involved with real children. Can I say that louder for the people at the back?
Whoa, dude, somebody get this guy his Oscar already. I almost started tearing up when he said that he would put someone that watches Lalacon under the fucking ground, dude. That's what you call commitment to the role. Now, if only he would have the same sentiment for people fucking 50-year-olds, that'd be great, no? But well, I guess you cannot have everything in this life. Anyway, after that, Keemstar would completely lose his shit because that...
Yeah. Stand by for Keemstar losing his shit. It's always entertaining. Not.
Jay guy didn't want to ban this person on his Discord that apparently is a creep up and a loser.
Could be because Jay's into that shit. Could be because Jay's okay with it.
I don't think Jay's into that shit. I talk to Jay regularly.
Wings, my conversation with him last night led me to believe Jay might be into this stuff. Dude.
But he's saying this online when he doesn't know whether that's actually true or not, based on some information that's been sent to him from a person that he thought was a dude. So You obviously checked out his sources really well, didn't you, Daniel?
He's certainly numb to it. He certainly doesn't give a shit about it.
That's a hard accusation.
Dude, okay, listen, I'm telling you, Wings, if you were in this call, Jay is only obsessed with telling the story that Robo Taco bad person. I don't give a fuck if Robo Taco's a bad person. I don't give a fuck if Robo Taco's trying to destroy him with this or whatever. You could just solve this problem by banning the guy, Jay. Well,
yeah, that would be the simple solution.
My admin said nothing illegal was going on. Okay, maybe your admins made the wrong call. That's not the fucking story.
Dude, waving his arms around like kid behind a camera. I'm not going to say anything else on that.
The story is there's a guy that's into weird child drawings in your Discord. Well, he didn't post it in our Discord. What the fuck, Jay? What?
Anyway, so after accusing that Jay guy of being a lolly lover, Keemstar would keep crashing out because apparently that Jay guy is as delusional as Keemstar is, and he would claim that the evil Nom is only talking about this to get views off of Jay, which is absolutely hilarious, dude.
Well, of course, he's not going to be talking about it to get views off of Jay. He's talking about it to try and get the heat off them for all the shit that's been going on in their little universe this past week. You know, and in any other sort of business, you wouldn't be having all these discussions on a live show. So it's got to be the canteen, hasn't it? Wankers.
They're dressed,
dude,
as school children.
Listen to what he's saying right here when he's live.
Keemstar's like trying to come after me with this stuff. You know, I talked to him directly. I think that he's just trying to get views, which is...
I'm not going to get views on your name, dude. I'm not. Jay, I got less views than I normally get.
He's not, but he's going to milk this story for everything he can because it's getting a little bit of the heat off him for, what was going on in your little universe last week?
Today. I'm not going to get views on your name. Bro, why won't you just focus on the fact that there was this guy named Shadman in like 2016 that drew my 8-year-old daughter. Boogie, leave. Leave.
Package.
I don't care. No one else, no other fucking YouTuber has this problem. No.
Yeah, there are people who have their dogs bark on a live stream just because your dog can't bark on a live stream anymore. Oh, sorry, was that too soon?
No other fucking host on the network has loud ass motherfucking barking dogs. Do not hit the song. Do not hit. Okay.
Man, this guy wants people to take him serious and then he pulls this shit off. He got lucky that no retard gave him 100, otherwise he was going to have to play that stupid Pay Pig song and he would look like an even bigger clown.
Here's the point, Jay. Jay, did you ever think that I'm a father? I was a victim of this. I had this guy named Shadman draw my 8-year-old daughter in a sexual way. I actually care about this, all right? Like the fact that you're saying, oh, I just want views.
Okay. I heard about the Shadman thing because that came up in, which is all the stuff they were trying to bring up around, the guy who says Local Cow Live, where he was sat in a apartment and there was a lolly poster on the wall that he looked at and acknowledged and didn't do any visible reaction of, oh my God, I need to get out of this room. But yeah, it's funny that Shadman comes up in this one.
Makes me care about this even more. Because after me reaching out to you directly, me giving you the screenshots directly from Robo Taco on what the allegations are and what the evidence was about this person in your Discord, me having that long conversation with you last night, giving you advice, which I pleaded with Jay. I was like, Jay, take my advice, just ban the person, okay?
And that'd be the sensible thing to do, is ban the person, but you can guarantee that if Kid Behind the Camera is out of that Discord this week, he'll probably be back in it again in the next couple of weeks because, that's how it works in that universe, yeah?
And he tells me, okay, I'm going to ban him. I'm going to get rid of him and da-da-da. And now...
And how many times do you ban people and get rid of them and then they come straight back in? Yeah? So how can you give people advice on what to do in this sort of situation? Because you make an absolute shit show of handling it yourself.
Oh, it's just, I want views. I want views. Jay, you were in this war with RTU and you won it, right? You don't want a fucking war with me. I'm going to use just facts and logic against you and your entire fucking community. I don't know why you're preaching this to your audience, all right? I will turn every single person in your audience that's not a weirdo into a fan of mine. They will be here. They will.
So that's what he likes to do. He will take a smaller creator and he will shit all over them and turn their fan base against them. Does this sound familiar to anybody in this chat? Really? Yeah. Happened, just a couple of months ago, if you remember.
Be a member and they will be donating to me and not you at the end of this.
Yup, or well, until they find out that you're as much of a retard as Che is, or even a bigger retard, because you were harboring a creep like Fest behind the camera. The inability of this guy to see how hypocritical this whole thing is just...
He just can never see that what he says is a reflection of the kind of person that he is. He's had shit follow him around for the last decade. And he still never learns. Never, ever learns.
Blows my fucking mind, man. And the funniest thing is that he would crash out even more after that.
If you want the smoke, let's go, Jay. But
I don't think it's that deep.
No, it is that deep, Wings. I go to him in good faith. Boogie was there, and I give him
100%.
advice. Creator to creator, I give him advice. I go out of my way to try to help him, all right? And he's now, Keemstar just want views. No, I'm fucking offended in multiple ways. The fact that you would let that creep still in your fucking thing, the fact that I'm trying to help you, and you're fucking labeling me as, I just want views. Fuck you. I'm Keemstar. You're Jay Huff. All right, I get views. I've been getting views for 15 fucking years.
Yeah, you have. And you've been caught up in so many bad situations. But you're still here. I'll give you that.
In any project I've ever fucking done, I don't need you for views, Jay. That's wild, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't need him for views, but he's gonna still milk it for views.
That's wild.
You know what else is wild? A 60-year-old man like Keemstar talking about who gets more views on YouTube. Like, bro, what are you doing, man? I guess...
I just love how he always gets his age wildly wrong every time, and it just changes, and it sometimes goes up multiple times in a video. It just makes me laugh. 60-year-old.
Old Star forgot to take his meds that day.
Now I'm getting pissed.
The very least you can say about Jay is he saw those.
I am not RTU. I am not RTU. I am not RTU. I am not RTU. I am fucking Keemstar, Jay. I'm Keemstar.
You just a character now. You're a one-dimensional character. You're an absolute clown show of a man. I'm sorry.
Like, bro, you know what? I'm on that ass now. I just want views. I'm going to get views. Now I'm going to get views, Jay.
Chad, did you get the message? He is not RTU. He is Daniel Hakim Mohammed Abdullah Keemstar. That Jay guy better pray.
I don't know where he gets these pictures from, but he's always just so on point. Love you, Lebrowski.
To Allah that he doesn't get his ass cooked, especially now that the Messiah is coming after him. Holy shit, dude. Imagine being this guy's child, bro. Dude.
Okay, so
I'm your friend too. Are you hearing what I'm saying? What happened?
I'm hearing what you're saying, and he's in the wrong, but I'm just trying not to like dogpile on him.
He's in the wrong, right? He should have taken.
Yeah, because Wings has been quite quiet on this subject, hasn't he? I wonder if that's because he wants the age. He said he wanted the age of consent lowered. Yeah. Has anyone ever actually checked this guy's hard disk? Have they? Because I think they should.
Taking action on that guy. He didn't. Oh, well. Now that another creator has educated him and said, hey, dude, your head's going to be in the chopping block, Jay. They're not going to give a fuck about your admins who made the call. They're not going to give a fuck about Robo Taco who has an axe to grind with you. No one cares about that. You're the content creator. It's your community, Jay. You're the one that it's your responsibility. You got to do something or there's going to be backlash. I go out of my way to help him. You know, he's in the wrong wings and he's saying I'm trying to get views.
Damn, dude, that's insane. You would have to be very stupid to keep a creep like that around you, right? It's not like Keemstar has anyone like that in that community of his, right? I mean,
Oh no, he's got nobody like that in his community because he just kicks them straight out, doesn't he? Yeah. Like, the second he finds out, he just kicks them right out that door. But generally the LCU is sort of like one of those revolving doors. They go out just to come back in again.
it's not like he's business partners or friends with someone like that, right? Right? Anyway, after that, the evil egocentric gnome would go on an even more hilarious rant about how he's the most popular YouTuber of all time.
That's what you get for being nice, Keem. That's what you get for talking to him. That's what you get.
Oh, God, Jay, I did not need you in the year 2009 to get views. I didn't. Or 2010 or 11 or 12 or 13 or 14 or 15 or 16 or 17 or 18 or 19. I didn't need
My God, he can count. Shame he can't fucking spell.
you during fucking COVID. I didn't need you through any of that. 2021,
Sounds like this-
2022,
sounds like this-
2023, 2024, and right now, I don't need you for views.
Sounds like a boxing match. Should get a boxing match going.
That's all he's going to say on this subject. Wings, come on. This is your chance to actually disprove everything that people said about you in the past, but you're just sitting there talking about wrestling. Okay.
Again,
That is
he
a
doesn't fight
wild
irrelevant people.
Fucking claim, bro.
We've got 4,000 people watching. He has what, 40? Who cares?
Dude, look at this. All right, this guy has 224 people watching him. 221
And
right
Pink
now.
Heart super
Right
chatted
now, live.
$20.
Holy shit, dude, bro be acting like he's fucking Mr. Beast or some shit. Keemstar might have been popular back then in like 94 or some shit like that as he claims, but now nobody gives a flying fuck about him. I mean,
Yeah, nobody does give a flying fuck about him. He thinks he's important. And he's really not.
his supposed buddy, who actually is the biggest YouTuber of all time, we're talking about Mr. Beast, couldn't even get the name of his fucking show right.
Shout out to Local Cal Live.
Holy
I'll never get tired of hearing that clip.
shit, dude. And bro be acting like he's the shit because he has 4,000 people watching, of which at least 1,500 are from Wings, and the other 1,500 are from Boogie, and maybe the remaining 1K must be because of Keemstar. So the fact that Daniel Keem is crying about how many views he gets on YouTube at the age of 99 is absolutely hilarious.
99 now. Gnome's getting old about a minute.
Hilarious and pathetic. Anyway, Keemstar would keep crashing out, making the whole situation about himself, like the good narcissist that he is, but it was mostly 1 hour of him repeating himself like the demented old man that he
That's all he does is repeat himself and wave his arms around. What else does he actually bring to the table? Because he has all these minions doing all the work for him and doing the docket team, and they get the show together for him. What does he do other than turn up, wave his arms around, shout, say, right, and drink cans of White Claw? There's nothing really much else that you do anymore, dude. Nothing.
is, so I will not bore you to death with all that. Yeah, you're welcome for saving you some brain cells. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it at that for today, so you know what to do. Subscribe.
Yeah, please go and subscribe to Lebrowski if you're not already. Wow. I just can't get my head around how those guys can just all sit there and moral grandstand about a guy who's supposedly in somebody's Discord based on somebody that he doesn't actually know reaching out to him and telling him something. So when you look at their history, none of them have got a clean slate. None of them. Absolutely none of them. So how can they just pretend that they've never done anything wrong? I just don't get it. I think I'll watch one of the other Lebrowski ones. So just the screen will go blank for a minute while I change it. Well, I'll try and keep talking. There we go. You can look at my pretty background while I mess around on my other screen. About this, guys. Told you I was completely unprepared. I know. We'll put the one where he went over the K-Back being fired, because he did quite a good job on this one as well. Just give me 2 seconds while I bring this one up. There we are.
Live.
I've been asking myself all day, why the do I do this? Keem's crashing out, shit's getting hard, Keem's fed up, Keem's asking himself, why does he do this? Yesterday, Mike reached out to me saying that he has issues with Twiggy.
If you want a problem, show up to my house. Do you think I'm afraid of you? Is that what you think, that I'm afraid of you? Let's go, you dumb, stupid bitch. Show the up to my house. You know where I live. Find out.
Mike got fired for...
It's probably just a bit there, yeah. You're literally threatening real-life, credible violence towards somebody in your community. But you're going to just tell the police it's a bit if they show up, aren't you? Because you get out of anything.
He threatened to go IRL on CD just days ago. What was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah, he's done it twice in like 48 hours.
Yeah. And 2 days later, now he's threatening like Twiggy. Like, we're not doing that here.
Hey guys, here's the Big Lebrowski coming in again with another lame-ass video for you to waste around 20 minutes of your life that you will never get back. Gamers, huge day for the unemployed. The impossible has finally happened. Kingster did the right thing for once. Of course, after f***ing up time and time again and completely destroying any credibility he had left, but he finally did it. Daniel Hakim Abdullah Keemstar has finally fired Michael Green, better known as Kid Behind the Camera. So you guys probably know that I
Fist behind the camera.
personally think that from all of the horrible people that form the LOLcow universe, the one that I 100% think is the worst of them all is Creep Behind the Camera. Yes, even worse than Boogie. Because even though Boogie is a lying sack of shit and a creep that is dating a 20-year-old, at least what he did is legal. Something that we cannot say for sure about Creep Behind the Camera, since
Well, we know that it wasn't legal.
we all know by now and by his own admission that allegedly he fucked a 15-year-old when he was 21. And I only say allegedly because, well, I wasn't in the room, so I cannot say for sure. But granted, he has admitted to it and there is video evidence of that. But not happy with having done that, in the recent months, that creep has been involved in yet another controversy when his mugshot was being spread around, which led to everyone finding out that he got arrested for allegedly beating up his own woman.
Yeah. And I thought it was quite interesting the way he responded to that question that I asked on Gemini's Live a couple of weeks back. When I asked whether Bridget was going to be... how much did he pay to get her off the charges of wasting police time? And he said, well, why would they prosecute somebody who was scared for their life? Yeah. Why was she scared, Mike, if it was just, nothing happened?
In case you forgot, here's a segment of the 911 call where Bridget tells the operator that she got punched in the face several times by the fat creep.
Somerville 911, what's the address of the emergency? Do you need police?
My husband just punched me in the face like
He just, okay. All right. Where are you at right now?
Sorry, this should have had a trigger warning on it, but everyone else plays it without a trigger warning, but I understand that people might get a little bit triggered by hearing this. And the thing is you hear this, and every woman who has ever actually been in that situation where they've been scared for their life can feel this, and they know that she's not acting in this moment because Bridget can't act.
Where are you?
I'm inside, but I'm trying.
All right, take it. Hey.
So many times.
Well, we have talked extensively about all that here on the channel, and even though this got picked up by a few other bigger channels outside the LCU, like for example Baba or Agus the Doc, this story didn't get much attention because those guys didn't dig deep enough. Imagine if they would have found out about Mike allegedly introducing his PP into a 15-year-old. That would have paid the rent of several
Yeah, it would. It really would.
commentary channels. But in my opinion, the reason why Mike got away with murder all this time is because the one thing that him and Kimsar hate the most, which is that people see everything that they do as fake and gay, is actually what is protecting them from getting in real trouble. Because since everyone thinks that absolutely everything that happens in the LCU is scripted, terrible stories get completely ignored, like Kimsar asking for nudes from his employees, people getting sexually harassed on the local cow Discord server, Wings of Redemption, WWE slamming his wife on a table, but
Yeah, and this stupid gnome on his live, well, he said this, he told the police when the Texas police turn up that it was just a bit. We saw that in 4K. That was not a bit.
he's saying that he likes talking with 17-year-old women, and well, kid behind the camera being an alleged criminal. And well, we all have seen Creamstar defend his body every damn time he got in trouble, and he swept and swept and swept until he could no more.
Okay, so Michael's 22 years old, Bridget is 15. They start dating. Clearly, Michael should be canceled, but allegedly, Bridget lied about her age. And then after Bridget was 18, Michael finds out her real age. Right?
And any man worth his salt would have just walked away at that point, surely. You know, you'd have gone, I'm sorry, you've lied to me. You've got me to actually commit an actual crime here. I can't be with you anymore. I mean, surely anybody would think that and decide that the relationship should stop. But not him. Carries on seeing her. And if I recall, they said that the only reason that he hadn't found out sooner was that they'd actually split up in the meantime. So he didn't realise that she was actually a literal child.
Right? Here's my issue with it, right? Should Michael have been canceled for that? 100%. Should he have got in trouble? 100%. However, he ended up marrying her. They have kids together. And the expiration date on canceling him has long fucking gone. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and debate this whole situation over Mike again. We did 5 shows on it. It is what it is. It's a rare situation. If you don't like it, fuck off.
Yeah, Mike's fucking awesome. The only person that's mad at him is you.
Yeah, I actually love Mike, and
I love Mike too. Still my friend, still my buddy.
Yeah, still your friend, still your buddy. There's been 2 controversies come out this year. Well, 3 now. You know, he's exposed for having been with a literal minor. He's been exposed for beating up on his supposed wife, because I don't think anyone actually knows whether they're actually married, divorced, or what at the moment. Is she even real? Who knows? And now there's the threats of going real life on people. But yeah, you keep these people around in your community.
Did it. The owner of the LolCow Live universe put Mike, eventually, after a big debate, right? He stayed on Queens and I put it on Mafia Milkers. Here's the first thing, okay? I found out about Mike getting arrested last night. I didn't know before. I found out last night.
As I recall, this was about a month after it had happened. Which is about a month after Fat Camp. And Mike didn't tell me anything about it. Funny that.
And he goes, sorry, I didn't tell you. I want to wait till after my court date because this is getting dropped. And then he went on to tell me what happened. And I talked to the alleged victim, and
You can put it in air quotes all you like, you stupid garden ornament. She was still a child at the time that they met, and he was intimate with her. You cannot sweep this, dude. You really can't. Yeah, with the passage of time and the fact that they've been married in inverted commas and they've got children together. Okay, there's probably nothing that could be done about it now, but you took a stand at that time and said, I'm not having him on, on camera anymore. But he carried on being on camera after a brief time, so your standards are literally in the gutter, and your opinion means shit to me.
And they told me what happened, and I quickly understood that Mike is innocent and this thing is getting dropped.
This is a nothing burger.
This is absolutely nothing, all right? I could tell you for a fact, he did not put any hands on anyone. He did not actually assault anyone.
But he did. He said it in the bloody police report that he hit her twice. So when that report came out, because I remember you played it at whatever the July 4th gathering thing was, you had it, and you didn't play the full thing. There was bits that you missed out, because you missed out the bit where he said that he hit her. And you were trying to paint him as the victim again. Yet, the police reports say that she had redness on the face. And you can see that fat sack of shit in his mugshot. There's not a single mark on his face. But he had marks, apparently. Really? Really?
All right. I could tell you it was all verbal stuff going back and forth. And he's just innocent of this. I could tell you for a fact.
But it seems that Keemstar's ability to sweep has its limits, and those limits were reached a couple of days ago, when the gnome finally decided to kick Mike's fat ass to the curb. And believe it or not, all of this started because of all of us guys, but we will get into that later.
But he's going to come back, honestly. He will come back. I could literally say that now. He will come back.
Big ups.
All right. They don't have the kid behind the camera clip. It's a whole fucking clip. Does someone want it? Whoever has the kid behind the camera clip, can somebody send it to me? Because it's wild.
How would they not have that?
I don't know. Look, it's not there. I told them to get it.
Jesus.
Keems are failing as usual, but fret not, because thanks to this VTuber that goes by the name of iPixie, I think, we now have...
Ah, that one, yeah. Luckily, she did get it, so she did good on this.
The clip.
CD-ROM has never had a positive male figure in his life. That's what we can be, all three of us.
And this is true. Okay, when he was on the show, he called me fist behind the camera.
Oh, another thing.
Okay.
You're certainly also...
Yeah, he called him fist behind the camera, and that just makes me laugh every time. That was something Lebrowski came out with, and I just can't call him anything else now. Fist behind a camera, he will always be.
You're certainly not here because of fist behind the camera either.
Now, I'll be waiting 10. Listen, I'll roll up on you too, motherfucker. Okay, I'm not playing around. He's insinuating about me punching Bridget. I'll show up to fucking Syracuse on his goddamn fucking front door, and I will slap that motherfucking retard across his goddamn motherfucking face. Not in Minecraft, on his front motherfucking door. Wants to run his motherfucking virgin bullshit motherfucking mouth about me. I will slap the shit out of him. And
Yeah, threatening to pull up on somebody. On YouTube. online. There forever. You deleted it, but unfortunately people had already got it, so it's there forever.
I'm not kidding.
Mike, I love this. Mike, we need to get
I'm not
this
kidding.
more.
Don't run your goddamn mouth about me unless you're willing to see me face to face, you stupid virgin bitch.
I feel like a proud father.
I have family in Syracuse. I will show the to visit them and knock on your goddamn mother front door seat.
I mean, how is that not a credible threat? I mean, okay, this guy comes up with all this drama scripted bullshit all the time and they'd just say it was a bit, but why did things like this go out on LCU channels and nothing happens? Yeah, somebody will make a joke about it in a live and they'll get the video taken down and they'll get a strike. But this sort of crap goes out on their universe all the time. But nothing happens. Money talks, eh?
D-Rom.
Well, despite the fact that you have these feelings...
Fire me. I will go IRL to this motherfucker's house. I will make this bitch mine a diamond for me, and I'll wear it around my neck after I slap the teeth out of his mouth. Keep running your mouth about me. This ain't no mother...
So no, if this was rang in, the cops would say, well, does he know where you live? Well, yeah, he does know where he lives because he's an employee. So what do you want us to do about it? That's just a bit.
Yeah. It'll be for the LCU. Lisi, send me this motherfucker's address.
Really level-headed, that one, huh? Well, as you can see, he was crashing the fuck out and threatening one of the hosts of the LCU with going IRL, and this is what Keemstar had to say about it.
He said, because CD-ROM called him fist behind the camera, that he's willing to go to visit his sister in Syracuse, show up on CD-ROM's porch, and beat his ass, basically.
It's funny that he's not threatened to go all the way to Germany to go and see Lebowski, because he was the one who came up with fist behind the camera, so there's that.
And then he asked Lisi for CD-ROM's address because Lisi went to his house.
That's my...
It's pretty fucking bad, dude. Like, dude, we don't do this IRL bullshit. And this is like...
No, y'all some soft-ass motherfuckers. Like, son...
What do you mean soft? We don't want a fucking culture where people are threatening to go to each other's houses and beat them up.
Okay, here I need to pause for a bit to explain why this is funny. The main reason why Mike got in trouble was because he lost his mind at CD-ROM for calling him fist behind the camera. And if you have been watching my videos, I am sure you know I call him that way all the time. And well, since to my knowledge I am probably the only idiot that is still talking about these fools, the whole fist behind the camera name started on my channel, and I started calling him that about 1 or 2 months ago when one viewer called him that in the comments, so shout out to this one dude for possibly causing Mike's downfall from the LCU. And the reason I think this started from that one comment is because there are a lot of hosts from the LCU that watch my channel for whatever reason, and I assumed that CD-ROM was one of them, and so he probably heard me calling Mike fist behind the camera, and then he went and called him that to his fat face, which was...
Yeah, I'd just love to be able to call him that to his fat face as well, not gonna lie.
Resulted in that huge crash out. So yeah, if that single comment and then me calling that f***er fist behind the camera ever since were part of the reason why he got his ass fired, I would have to admit that I would feel pretty damn good about myself.
Mike, listen. You know better.
I apologize to the guy. We squashed it.
I know that. I know you messed up. I know you and CD are cool now. But still, you're on Aussie, and you're literally saying, I'm going to go to your house, I'm going to beat you up, Lisi, give me his address. I mean,
right.
This is why Savage got fired.
I know, Keem, I know.
Mike, I got to do something that I never thought I would do.
Okay.
But I've been through 2 scandals with you. And
it is what it is.
And you're about to give me the 3rd.
Okay, dude, like for real, was the AI slap music blasting really necessary? Who is going to take
I muted myself there because I'm an idiot. It's just Keemstar, isn't it, with this blooming music? Like, he's got to try and put some drama to what he's saying because his words are just so weak otherwise.
Take any of what happens on this shit show seriously when you are supposedly handling a situation that according to you is really fucked up and then make a whole circus out of it.
So justice must be served. Tonight on Aussie, you're going to wear a sign that says fist behind the camera.
Yeah, because that's a great solution to one of your friends and colleagues or business partners making a threat of violence on one of your shows. Yeah, just make them hold a sign.
I'm not wearing that.
Yeah, you're wearing a fist behind the camera.
You're not wearing that, Game. Fire me.
No, you're wearing it.
Fucking fire me.
You got to learn how to take a damn joke, bro. You can't be.
I'll wear that if you wear a sign that says Drunk Star. How about that?
I'll wear the Drunk Star shit. I don't care.
I'm not fucking wearing it. That's the whole fight was over the fist behind the camera shit.
You got to understand how to take a joke. You know better, Mike. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Fire me, team.
No.
Fire me.
Well, because he's got to make more content out of it. That's why he won't. Look at him. He's waving his hands around like one of those inflatable garage. You know, there's inflatable things outside garages that have the wavy arms that blow in the wind. That's what Mike always reminds me of. And generally when he's doing that, he's lying.
Quit. It's fine.
Go take that anger out on Bridget or something.
Okay, sorry. I know that.
Yeah, go and take your anger out on Bridget. I'll just let that one simmer for a minute. Yeah. Go and take your anger out on Bridget. Let's make a joke about domestic violence. When you've just spent the last couple of months sweeping it under the rug with him and Wings. How many other people are there in there that don't have an issue with assaulting women? Or women assaulting men? Where is the line that people need to cross here before you think, that's not a good thing to say?
Was a horrible and distasteful joke, but damn, dude. I guess I am as much of a piece of shit as Keemstar is for laughing at that. Anyway, the fact that this whole thing started because of me calling that dude fist behind the camera will never not be hilarious. Anyway, so that would be Keemstar's solution for all of that, but sadly for him, his imbecile of a friend not only would not abide, but also he would completely lose his shit once again, and he would do the exact same thing he got in trouble for before, this time to that one dude called Twee Gay or something.
Then I woke.
What is it in this universe of having all these people at ticking time bombs? What is it?
Up to multiple messages from host, from fans, that Mike lost his cool and threatened Twiggy IRL again. After just getting done threatening to go to CD-ROM's house, last night, Mike lost his cool and threatened to go to Twiggy's house.
So it all started because Fist behind the camera was criticizing Twiggy by saying that he doesn't do shit for that show they have called LolCow Aussie or some shit, I don't even know. And this got Twiggy mad apparently, and he started calling out Fist for being a fat liar and using his alleged divorce for content. And that would be the one thing that would trigger the shit out of that fatty.
Yes, I faked my wife not having legs. Call me a liar, right? But you faked your divorce multiple times. You faked how much stuff? I mean, who knows how much about you is real? And how many times have you clickbaited your divorce, Mike?
That's because he knew it was coming. No, let me talk this dumb. I've never clickbaited my fucking divorce, you dumb piece of shit.
Oh, I beg to differ. Go back and look on your channel, you. Oh, it's over. She's left me. Bridget had an affair. It's over this time. How many times have you done that, Mike? Too many to remember, obviously.
I have a first of all, I have a real relationship that I upload my real problems onto the internet. I don't lie like you, motherfucker.
Okay, what about?
I don't lie like you, motherfucker, about my relationship, I show my real problems. Now, if you want a problem, let's go, you dumb stupid bitch. Show the up to my house. You know where I live. Find out. I'm not playing with you, Twiggy. I'll fire your bitch ass right now in the goddamn stream. I will fire you. You want to call me out like that? I will fire you.
So yeah, once again.
Yep, goes off again. Yeah, nothing happens. I don't mean just him being fired from the Hell CU. I mean legally, because he's literally making more threats on somebody that he knows where he lives, because he does know where he lives. Okay, the fat fuck can't drive, so he's got a bit more of a problem getting there, but, you know.
And the lard ball threatened to go IRL on someone, and the funniest thing is that he got mad for something that is absolutely true, because that piece of shit has been lying and clickbaiting about this supposed divorce of his for I don't even fucking know how long. So it is absolutely rich that Twiggy calling him out on that caused yet another crash out.
Exactly. You know, you just need to scroll through his past videos and it's all there. It's all there. And OSG, yeah, exactly. You've got to add DUI to the list for the LCU. We've had PDFs, domestic violence, DUIs. What else is there? There's been a lot of other things, and I'm sure I'll think of them as the night goes on.
Oh. I'm just saying, you want to make up stuff about.
If you want a problem, show up to my house. Do you think I'm afraid of you, motherfucker? Is that what you think, that I'm afraid of you?
I don't think I've implied that.
Then shut the f up.
Oh, good God.
I will rub my in your f***ing mouth and you'll say, "Thank you, sir. May I taste it again?"
Yeah, Twiggy got him.
Anybody in the chat got a Valium prescription?
Twiggy.
Text me your f***ing address. I just want to hang out, Twiggy. Text me your goddamn address.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing, wasn't it? The person in the top right-hand corner, Tuna, God bless her, allegedly handing out illicit or prescription. I'm just trying to think of the best way to say this. I'll just say it. Tablets at that camp, handing them out like they were candy. So there's that one too.
Didn't you just get in trouble for this, Mike?
I'm about to fire you, motherfucker. I'm not kidding. I will f***ing throw you off of this f***ing show. I'm tired of your disrespect. I'm tired of your f***ing laziness. I'm tired of you crying every time you're asked to do something. Last night, you f***ing, the whole shit with f***ing Rostov, your boring ass shit you f***ing edited. You're like, yeah, that was my plan all along. You're a loser. You're not good at f***ing content. And this is why every time your show was failing until I came on. You're welcome for your paycheck next month, you dumb, worthless fuck.
So first of all, this fat motherfucker really thinks that anyone would ever believe that he stands on business. All it takes is a good kick to that hideous hernia he has and he would drop like the giant pussy he is. I mean,
it would. He'd drop like a sack of shit. Because he's got a huge big weak spot at the front. Normally it's, below the waistline, but his is actually at waistline. You could drop that sack of shit like so easily.
And isn't it funny that the only people he really threatened are a disabled autistic guy and this Twiggy guy that must weigh less than your sister? Bro, I really think he is him. Actually pathetic, dude.
Got distracted, Mike. You're crashing out.
Who gives a f*** what you're having in your fridge?
You're calling me a f***ing liar and talking shit about my f***ing real divorce live. I don't appreciate that f***ing shit. You're gonna piss me the
I remember
Well, you put it out there on the internet, mate. You talk about it. You bring it up. You make videos out of it yourself. You brought the stuff to the internet. People are going to discuss it.
About your f***ing wife, motherfucker? Is that what you want? You want me to talk shit about your relationship?
No, don't do it.
Fuck up and don't talk about mine.
I was just saying there was multiple videos, like even years ago.
And they were all...
Exactly. If Twiggy put his personal life on the internet, you could maybe talk about Twiggy's personal life on the internet, but he doesn't. You did that. He didn't.
Real, as you can see, I'm in another goddamn house streaming from a spare
I didn't say it was
bedroom
fake
in
this
my
time,
second home
Mike.
because I'm getting a goddamn divorce. Maybe other people are showing a fake version of their relationships on Facebook, and I show my real shit. We have broken up. We have gone through trial separations. This isn't new. It wasn't fake then. It's not fake now. Just because you want to act like one of the retards in the comments section, the autistics in the comments, this is fake clickbait again. It's
Ugh. All your videos are clickbait, dude. Literally all of them.
real, loser.
Holy crash out. There's a lot to unpack here. So first of all, calling your own fans retards is wild, even though they actually are. I mean, who the f watches this guy anymore? Then I don't get why he gets so worked up about the divorce thing. I mean, maybe don't go calling every single fucking video we're getting a divorce, we broken up, the end, and all of that shit. And finally, I wonder why Bridget decided to go through with that divorce, huh? Could that 911 call have anything to do with it? Oh, sorry, I forgot that out of everything that came up from this situation, the wife beating allegations is the one situation that is actually fake. Yeah, right. Anyway.
Yeah, right. That 911 call was obviously faked, wasn't it? It was all just a joke. It was all just a bit. She lied about it. Oh, yes. So we've got... I'm just going to read what FBI is saying here. Okay, so we've got drug dealing, DV, PDF files, child porn, cyberbullying, cyber stalking, probably some kind of manslaughter, assault, DUIs, all kinds of fraud, defamation, and who knows how much more. It doesn't look good over there, does it really? Why do people even watch their content, let alone pay to be part of it? Because if you pay to be part of it, you've got to pay more money for them to actually notice you, because you have to put it on the back of a 20, or they ignore the money that you send them. And then there's just something so disgusting about a millionaire getting angry that his train of thought has been interrupted by somebody throwing more money at him. But just gone off on a tangent there, but I'm just saying it how it is.
So more or less those were the highlights of this crash out. I mean, there's more, but I might do a video just about that. So let's go back to Coombster crying about how everything is crumbling down around him.
Today I lost Mike, who works on 2 successful shows, Aussie and Queens, who's been here from basically the beginning. I lost Twiggy. We might lose the nerds, and we might lose CD-ROM.
Bro is going to drink himself to oblivion if he keeps getting all of this bad news. And the saddest...
Can you imagine the state of this dude's liver? He drinks cans of White Claw like it's soda. His liver must literally be pickled at this point.
thing is that he doesn't even need to do this. Isn't he supposed to be filthy rich?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the worst podcast on YouTube. Local Live. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. But I'm not gonna act tired. I'm gonna act like I got all this energy and I'm super happy. Honestly, you guys spamming me with one gift is making me feel better. It just is, because it's a reminder of why I do this.
Because he likes money, and that's all he does it for. He just wants to make money. He doesn't particularly want to entertain anymore. He just wants to make money. And that's all that matters to him at the end of the day.
Because we have viewers, and our job is to entertain the viewers. Because I've been asking myself all day, why the f do I do this? And you guys know that I go through this like 3 times a month. Every single month. And Keem's crashing out. Shit's getting hard. Keem's fed up. Keem's asking himself, why does he do this? I get it. I get it. And I always come back because you motherfuckers pull me back in with your little Justin welcome to Cash Cow, the nom with the one gifted. And it's just a constant reminder that you motherfuckers love this shit. And it's my job
It's your job. Yeah. I can't understand why people just throw money at this guy all the time. Because he doesn't really appreciate it. He doesn't care. I mean, people say that, he's just taking people's disability checks. And from the people that I've spoken to over there, I think that's actually true. They're throwing this money at a guy who honestly doesn't give a shit about them. He just wants their money. And that's it at the end of the day for him.
To keep making you love this shit.
Oh, okay, now I get it. He does it because he has become addicted to e-begging. Well, I guess that's a good reason as any.
As I was saying, yesterday, Mike reached out to me saying that he has issues with Twiggy. And this is not a normal thing, all right? When Mike has problems with his host, he deals with it. He doesn't hit me up and say, Keem, I need your help, He rarely reaches out to me for help with his host. But apparently Twiggy was being such a problem and not taking his direction that he wanted to bring it to my attention. And I suggested that we have a meeting.
So basically,
Twiggy's always been a shit stirrer. As long as I've known him in that universe, he's always been the one who's an instigator. He causes the drama. And even they must be realising that somebody like that is going to just want to cause drama all the time. You can't control them. Why do you think you can control him?
the fatty being all gangsta with Twiggy was just for show, because that giant pussy went crying to Daddy Kim for help to deal with a nobody like Twiggy. Surely now everybody would believe that Fist behind the camera actually stands on business. Anyway, so after that, Kimster would react to the clip where the fatty told Twiggy this.
Send me a message, like location, I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn or Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me.
And this is what Kimster had to say.
Your paycheck next month, you dumb, worthless f***.
Now listen, obviously, Mike is a fucking idiot. All right, he's a hothead, and he's just seriously fucked up. And Mike is fired. True. But Twiggy, not appreciating what Mike is doing for him or helping him, and not happy that he got singled out in the meeting, just blew up their entire show. I'm mad at both of them equally.
Okay. But how many times have you fired Twiggy? How many times have you made Twiggy take the fall for something that you were behind or Mike was behind? There's a certain leaked script that I could bring up here. The one that came out and created all the issues that it did between Becky and some of the people who I won't mention here because I don't want to mention those people anymore. But you've used Twiggy as the fall guy in so many situations. So why do you expect him to act any different?
Equally. You know,
I would be too.
It's not just Mike. Like, he fucking went out of his way to fucking do that. I mean, he's sitting here grinning and he's so happy that he got Mike back because Mike went to me with him not fucking working out
Big
on
bro,
Aussie.
I gotta give it to Twiggy. He really with Mike. He remained calm for most of that crash out, and that made that ball of lard look even more retarded than usual. And well, not to mention that it costed him his place at the LCU. If it really is true, that is. Anyway, you could really see how upset Kimster was because he had to let his body go. I mean, someone would donate $20 to him, and instead of being thankful, the evil numb would crash out on that retard.
Bro Hemsky super chatted $19.99. For the love of God, don't get rid of Bluff. He needs a tarred Wrangler tour short, but don't give him the boot.
Hey, dog.
CD is a weird little guy who has legit connections with a PDF.
Hey,
no
dog.
value in that.
Big bro.
Do the right thing, Keem baby.
What's up, man?
Look at him just talking over Adono. when he'd go nuts at any other host for doing that. And he's annoyed because he's trying to talk, and then somebody throws him money, and this is irritating to him somehow. And it's just disgusting. He's disgusting.
The reason why I'm talking over your entire dono is because that is not the topic that we're covering right now. We will be covering that later, and then your opinion might actually matter. Someone might actually give a fuck, right? If you would have donated and said something about this situation that we're currently covering, then that would be a...
I mean, how fucking rude is that? Somebody's taken money out of their account and sent to you to say something, but it's not what he wants to talk about at the moment. So he just talks over it. What a cock.
better use of your fucking $20.
Yeah.
But coming out when we're not even covering that fucking story, no one's going to remember what the fuck you just donated. Because that's about 20 minutes, 30 minutes down the fucking show. Just saying. Just a little tip, dog.
What a fucking ungrateful bastard. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
after that, Wings of KFC would start spewing out of his vitriol that he had accumulated for months, because if you remember, the final nail in his coffin was a video that Twiggy leaked of him being aggressive to Kelly prior to the whole WWE Slam incident, so Wings of KFC really hates that dude.
At $20. Twiggy W. Mike L. Keem L.
The only L they're holding right here is Boogie and Keem are basically dehumasculating men in society right now. Like, anybody would come after your family like Twiggy did. No, Twiggy's a fucking snake. Not only is he a snake, he's a low peon snake that is currently leeching off of Mike. Just taking Mike's money while Mike does all the fucking work and insult him into his fucking face. He's lucky all he got was like, hey, come to my house. That's all he did. Come to my house. You want to do this? Let's square it up like a fucking man.
Anyway, after that, Keemstar would go on to claim that Twiggy is just an ungrateful bastard that just didn't want to work no more with them fools, and that's why he made Fist behind the camera crash out like that.
I just don't respect Twiggy at all. Like, yeah.
You've never respected Twiggy because you can't control Twiggy. Twiggy's always been Twiggy. But you have all these issues with him every couple of weeks, every couple of months, and you keep bringing him back and then wondering why you have the same issues. Maybe you need to reconsider your hiring, firing routine that you do. Because it sucks.
Yes. Did your troll game work on Mike? Was it good? Like a good troll? Yes. All right, I can give you respect there, but there's no appreciation for what fucking Mike has done for your damn show.
The Struggler super chatted $26.88. Twiggy will just leak private stuff just to spite people for his enjoyment.
Yeah. I can only assume, Twiggy, that you didn't want to work here anymore and you decided you were going to go out and take Mike with you. That's the only thing I can assume.
Honestly, I have to say, if that was Twiggy's real plan, I now have some respect for that guy. Taking down that fat bastard with him was a huge W, almost as huge as Mike's rolls. Anyway, so after that, Keemstar would make it official and he would say that he had to let Fist behind the camera go.
Mike seriously got fired for a natural reaction from a man who had his buttons pushed too much.
Yeah, and he gets his buttons pushed by his wife and ends up arrested. Yeah, and he flips out like that on a camera when there's people watching. The fat fuck at the bottom of the screen there, he crashes out on camera because he got his fifis hurt by something that Keem was saying. But all this is okay in the Hell CU.
No, Mike got fired for f***ing up. He threatened to go IRL on CD just days ago. What was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah, he's done it twice in like 48 hours.
Yeah. And 2 days later, now he's threatening like Twiggy. Like, we're not doing that here. We're not doing this bullshit here. You know? The shit.
You draw the line at these threats, but you allow actual physical violence towards somebody go on in the same with somebody breathing the same air as you in the same real space. You know, you allow somebody to throw his wife on the table in front of you. Okay, he assaulted you as well, but you were okay with that. You were working to try and get Wings back, and you're so happy, and you cried happy tears when this sack of shit who beat up his wife in front of you, in front of thousands of people on the internet. You cried when he came back. Why is this okay in 2025? You know, you've been cancelled so many times for other things you've said or done. Why have you not been cancelled for allowing people to do that to their spouse on your payroll?
It is not acceptable. If you said it's in our Discord, hey, I'm going to come to your house, you're getting fired. You're getting banned, you know? And it is the reason why Savage got fired. You know, we're not doing this shit here.
And I mean, honestly, it's really hard to believe that Fist is going to stay fired. Let's not forget that Boogie faked having cancer and scammed his fans, and Wings pulled that WWE move on his wife in front of thousands of people.
Yep, he did. He did. In front of thousands of people. And then this overinflated ego on the screen in front of us. Just let the cameras carry on rolling. And he had his biggest cash day of Fat Camp. He got thousands. It was the biggest YouTube stream of the day or the second. I can't remember what it was. He bragged. But he made the most money out of that. He absolutely maximised on this guy assaulting his wife on camera. And gloated about how much money he made out of that event. Ugh, I can't even think of the words.
People watching, and yet they are still on that show. But anyway, it seems that Kimsar might be serious about it this time.
I try to do a learning lesson with Mike, like, hey dude, wear the fist behind the camera, dunce hap, understand that you're a YouTuber and people are gonna make fun of you and da da da. But unfortunately, he's just in a fucking bad spot right now. He's in a bad place. So much change in his life, and he can't keep it fucking together. He can't keep his temper together. He can't. Yeah, I would just say that, like, losing Mike today, because he had to be fired. He had to. No way out, right? But losing Mike today is like when we lost Jordy.
Yeah. There you go. Losing him today is like when we lost Jordy. You lost Jordy because your viewers were horrified that he assaulted his wife on camera. And now you've got somebody threatening to go real life who has also assaulted his wife off camera, who's obviously a very volatile guy. And you're going to be devastated and probably bring him back as well. Your morals are in the sewer, literally.
Because of, his shit, right? It's on the same level. It's on the same level. Maybe not for this show, but the LCU as a whole, it's the same thing, dude. That guy is very important on Queens and his secondary show.
Wow, cry more. Anyway, it's actually hilarious that the guy did not get fired for allegedly f***ing a 15-year-old. He didn't get fired for allegedly punching the f*** out of his wife, but instead he got fired for threatening people that don't even live in the same state as he does, that he was going to go after them in real life. The guy is a complete clown. He's as much of a clown as his dumbass friend Fist behind the camera is. And again, it's hilarious that all of this started over a f***ing nickname. We decided to put him that fool. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it at that for today, so you...
Yep, I'll leave it at that on that one as well. Wow. How does this guy continue to keep coming back and doing what he does? I just don't get it. It's... You'd think when you've had so many controversies happen in the short space of time, but all this stuff's gone on since March, for example, when you had everything that went on at Fat Camp, which was a complete and utter disaster. He tries to say it was, a huge success, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. We were watching it. We watched all that happen in live time, and he'd made all these big, big, big promises that everything was going to be, amazing. You're going to have a 24-hour canteen. You're going to have all this stuff going on. And what did we get? We got to see a group of people getting annoyed because you didn't provide enough food for them while you wandered around with a can of White Claw in your hand getting pissed. How's that entertaining for anybody? How is that this huge big event that you promised? Because that's all you do, is you arrange these things like your July the 4th parties, and all you do is get drunk. All you do on your live streams is get drunk. How is that entertaining for anybody? I just don't get it. I suppose if you've got money and you can, buy your way out of things, you think you can get away with anything and you're untouchable. But there's got to come a point where you just go too far. And I don't know when that's gonna happen for you, but I hope it happens soon, because you're a piece of shit, mate. You're absolute piece of shit. And I'd like to leave it at that, but I can't. It's, having seen what you were doing back in July to orchestrate that whole thing that you did to Becky, and you still use her for content. Why? This is the thing. Why did you never Voldemort Becky fully? You did briefly, and then you decided that people could talk about her. Because you had no fucking content without her, did you? So you wanted her back there so you could make more content. Because obviously she was never hired, so she wasn't fired. But you did that to somebody just to get their own back, because she believed that you laughed at her dead uncle. Yeah, that was it, because you said it on your own lives. That's why you did all that, and it only took a week. And it did. It only took you a week. Because you paint yourself as this huge internet mogul that can, make all these people famous, and he can get them all this money and accolade online. But at the end of the day, you're failing, and you only get to where you are now by being an absolute asshole to everybody else. And you've got all these people who just will let you keep on doing it, because like you, their mental age is still stuck around 2008, when all that crap online was funny. And do you know what? As an older woman, I found it cringe then. Even the people who grow up with it have grown up, and you've just got stuck with these people who are stuck in 2008. And none of them have ever mentally progressed past there. Because what is honestly funny about smashing a cake in somebody's face? What is funny about sending somebody 180 brooms for fun? What is funny about having them smash up their consoles on live because you're bored and you think it'll make content? You're an absolute sack of shit. And I think on this point I will leave it, and when I can leave it here, and when I can work out how I can end this stream, I will do so, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll be doing my live play on, what's the game I've got coming up tomorrow? I can't remember what the game is. It's scheduled for tomorrow, but I hope to see you all there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already liked the video, please do. And I will speak to you soon.